Day 27. Pretty nice night next to the creek. A little chilly out, but it doesn't seem cold yet. Next water is pretty far away. There's a lot of other water sources marked, but nobody's updating, of course. So last I saw, they were small pools months ago, some of them last year. So I'm hoping there's water in them, but I'm not positive. The next one that seems reliable is about 15-ish so miles away, which isn't really that hard, especially since the sun isn't up. I woke up a little early today. It's probably like 1:30 right now, maybe almost 2. But, I wake up when I wake up, man. That means it's time to go. So I'm making my coffee and oats. I have better oats than I had before. Ooh. I found a bunch of walnuts in the hiker box back at MJ's place. So I put them on the ground, and I stepped on them a bunch, and I put them in there because that's the poor man's chopper right there. You just step on them. They're walnuts. They crush. All right, and we got a little hill in front of us. Some might call it a mountain, but for us it is a mere hill. Maybe we'll catch a sunrise on it, huh? All right, coffee, oats, and go. Okay, pick up the sticks, check the tree, make sure I didn't leave anything in here. Nothing lying around. Okay, and we are off. Whew, got cold, my fingers hurt, of course. Hoping once I get away from this water, it'll warm up a bit. It's probably about 2:30. I really took my time getting ready. It was just cold, and I'm unmotivated to move when it's cold. Luckily, all my stuff dried overnight, which is an excellent part about being in the desert. And let's see how many miles we can get before the sun comes and gets us. I found these lazy bastards sleeping about a half mile up. There's this, cool block corral. I don't know what it is exactly. It's got a lot of garbage in it. But they spend a lot of time on those walls. They're high. There's a huge area in there. Doubted it was ever a house or anything. Doesn't have that appearance. But looked like a nice spot to sleep on a windy day. And plenty of garbage to make yourself windbreaks if you needed to. There's like metal siding and such. You're beefy. Okay, so another half mile up or so. It got nice. It's a lot warmer up here. It's at least 15 degrees warmer up here. My fingers stopped hurting instantly. So much better. I hate cold, man. At least heat doesn't hurt. Sure, it's uncomfortable, but it's not painful to any one part of your body unless it's being burned. This is where cold just hurts everything, man. It is amazing how painful your fingers get as they're freezing. Toes aren't as bad, probably because you don't need the dexterity in them. But man, my fingers were not working this morning. Having a hard time with snaps and zippers and, all those normal things that are easy peasy. We're not coming easy to me this morning. I'm just glad my clothes dried. I was like, man, it's pretty chilly out. I do not want to put on a wet shirt and all that. But no, even my socks were dry. Love the desert. This little baby owl scared me. He was right next to the trail. He just flew up in that tree. How you doing today, little guy? You want to be my little owly pet? Huh? You're perfect size. You are so adorable. Look at you. You look so angry. Why are you shedding this light on me? What are you doing, human? Come here, little owl. Be my friend. Well, that's a very stern look. All right, carrying on. Later, buddy. Okay, there's something really big on the path. You can see its eyeballs just glowing in there in the background. Pretty sure it's just a cow. by how dimly the eyes glow. But it is really big, and we are headed right at it. So hopefully it is just a cow. Didn't look like it was looking at me with binocular vision, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Are you a cow? We'll just pretend you are, because I don't see you anymore. Smells like cow. It is just disconcerting when you see big eyeballs right on the trail. Like, I know that they're spaced out enough to be a huge creature. Oh, there we are again. You are huge. Yep, you're a cow. How you doing, cow? No, we're cool, we're cool, we're cool. Don't go in the same direction as me. I'm headed this way. You head the other way. You dummy. Okay. Cow averted. There's a ghetto bird here. It's kind of weird. Nowhere near the border, so I doubt it's border patrol. I think it's just the cops flying around. I turned off my headlamp to make me seem more suspicious. Don't necessarily need it to see where I'm going. It just really helps in looking at eyeballs. Makes me feel more safe when I can see them from a distance. Or freaks me out, one of the two. But there's a shadow. The moon is so bright. Boom, I got my horns back. Got my little gloves in my ears, makes them perky. It's finally starting to warm up. My toes have stopped hurting. Good morning, Choya. I guess I should have a headlamp on for the random Choya on the trail as well. But hiking in the dark is kind of fun. A little creepier, but I'm not creeped out, so it's not bad. I had my headlamp gone out, a week or so ago on that mountain. I thought there was a big kitty. Oh man, I'd have panicked. What is this? Come on, headlamp. Oh. We have a trough of water. How nice. Bit of green, something for the mice to climb. Always appreciate that. Huh. Well, what do you know? Let's see what we got here. Oh. Got a whole lot of junk. No Scrabble pieces? Nope, just junk. Well, this is nice. It tells you where the spring is, how to use the rope, the carabiner, and all that to get the water out without hurting the spring. Well, that's rather nice of whomever did this. Appreciate it. Not that I need it, but somebody does. Moon fades too fast. It's already like a half moon. Feels like it was just full yesterday. Spooky woods. Lots of great camping in here, though. Other than the cow patties. But, there's a kind of everywhere. All the time. Oh, that's some trail maintenance. That was a big boy to cut through. I don't see chainsaw marks on it all. That was all done by handsaw. Man, that's some work. There is a little kitty in there. Hey, kitty cat. Is that an ocelot? It is, or what are you? I think it's one of them ocelots. Who's the cute little kitty? There's not a big mama in here or anything, is there? How you doing, little buddy? You're like, I am not happy with you filming me. I know, that was a little baby bobcat. It had no tail. His eyes were different colors than the other ones. What is this all about? Your eyes change colors with ages or something? Oh, totes adorbs. I love seeing kitties. Especially if they're, scritchable size, not the size that wants to eat me. Eyeballs. I think a cow. Are you cows? Yeah. Too far spaced apart and dimly lit. Oh yeah, those are cows. How you ladies doing? Don't worry about me. I'm just walking by over here. Not headed your way at all. Oh, you're all over the place. Small pieces of obsidian on the trail. This one's kind of purple. Interesting. Like a little arrowhead, but I know it's not an arrowhead. Wasn't made right if it was. Groovy. I don't even know where this water's coming from. It's right there. That's it. A little puddle there. Is that just from the rain the other day? I kind of doubt it. Man, spider eyes everywhere. I did see a huge one earlier, so I was wrong about the wolf spiders not being huge here, because I saw a huge one when I went to try to film her. She ran inside of her little burrow. But yeah, she was huge. Way bigger than I expected. For the size of the tiny males. The males are always tiny in the spider world in comparison to the female, but this was quite ridiculous. They're gargantuan in comparison. Hoping to find another one so I could block it from going in its hole and show you how big these beasts are. Well, this beauty just started blooming. Look how vibrant those are. It's got little buds all over it. So you're gonna get gorgeous. Alright, so I think I'm at the base of that mountain. It's been nothing but uphill for a while. I can see them silhouetted all around me, but it's too dark to make out details. Moonlight just isn't powerful enough tonight. Venus has just poked her head above the horizon. Oh, now that my headlamp's off, my eyes have adjusted, I can see the details of the mountains. I can actually see everything quite clearly, except for eyeballs and spider webs. Those things are sneaky too. The moon is right at Scorpius. Tomorrow it should actually be inside of it. Stars don't show up so well. It doesn't look like that big of a hill. I should be up there in no time. That is obviously the town of Superior. I don't have a sunrise yet, but with no clouds to play off of, it won't be all that gorgeous. Lots of haze in that direction. I would like to find a second coffee spot somewhere out of the wind. I still have a little bit of up to go, but doesn't look like much. Not quite at the top of the hill, but it's just right there. But we've got grass and trees to block the wind a bit. So yeah, this is the second coffee spot. I've been craving it ever since I finished my first one. Oh yeah, got the coffee brewing. Sun is just peeking out. Come on out and do your job, buddy, because it is cold. The sun has done very little to warm it up around here. It is still so cold. So I'm almost at the top. And then we'll just head down the other side and it'll be nice and warm down there, right? That's what I'm going with. It didn't look so high when I was down there, but now I'm up looking down, man. That one big rock from the other day doesn't look so formidable now. I'm looking down on you. Assuming that's Mount Lemon way out there. So much haze. Made it to the other side of the mountain. Windy and cold still. Ooh, beautiful though. I'd say I'm glad I did that part at night because it's really exposed and it would be hot during the day. But I think it'd be better to do it hot than how I did it because it is still painfully cold out here. I'm not looking forward to getting up into North Arizona. While I want to see the Grand Canyon, I'm going to have to freeze my butt off to get there. At least down in the bottom of the canyon, it'll be nice and warm. Just gorgeous. I'm walking down a dirt road for the past half mile or so. It's starting to finally warm up, but I'm down in the trees, so it's blocking the wind for me because not that it's cold, it's just that jerk wind makes it cold. But I can feel the sun starting to warm up my backside. Ah, it's delightful. Okay, off the dirt road and back onto the trail. And we were entering the Tonto National Forest, the Superstitions. These burned down back in like, I want to say it was like 2016. Pretty big chunk of it. I'm assuming I'll be walking through some burned sections. That was a pretty big fire, but all our fires are pretty big fires. This place is dry. So made it to the trailhead. Not much of a trailhead, but hey, I'm almost in the mood for third coffee. Well, I am in the mood for it, but I'm not in the mood to sit down and make it. Plus, I'm still pretty far off from good water, as far as the map tells me. It hasn't been updated recently, so there might be water all over the place. I don't know. I would assume there's not. Trail log, they tell you where to find water just in case you're desperate and all that stuff. Yeah, real exciting. Okay, so we must be somewhere in here, this area, because there's the Superstitions. Ooh, surprise second poop is taking me. Ooh, where the deuce? Oh damn, somebody shot that up with some big old slugs, huh? Or a bird shot up there. Okay, dropped another 2 pounds of base weight at the trailhead. There's lots of poop over there already. I did a wardrobe change, even though it's not hot yet. It's not cold anymore. So I figured while I was stopped, I might as well do a wardrobe change. Blister on my left foot's kind of acting up, or the hot spot. My tape's still in place. I felt it through my sock. It's just aggravated with these different shoes. Got to toughen up to them. Lots of footprints. Most of those are not hiking shoes. Well, we're right desperate. There is some water here. That's nice. There'll probably be some down the way too. It'll pop back up. Okay, I lied about it not being cold. It's cold. Doesn't seem like it's really cold. Oh, that wind is just so cold. Go away, wind. Nobody likes you. Come on, son, do your job. I can barely feel you right now. Bunch of slackers. Well, hello, beautiful. I'm guessing they're white, and then when they die, they turn pink. That's interesting. That is one hell of a bushel of cactus. Grow out of anything around me. Getting up closer to the cool rocks. The wind has stopped blowing, at least where I'm at, so it is finally comfortable. But I'm certain when I get down, the wind will be back there waiting for me. I can hear it flowing. There's a nice little puddle right there. There's water again in 5 miles. I'm not going to grab it. Don't feel like climbing with extra weight on my back because I'm lazy. Well, we've reached some of the burn section and it's already overgrown. It has been like 6 years since the fire, so time for the shrubs to come back. On the East Coast, that would mean berries everywhere. Not out here. Just means smaller, sharper things growing all over the place. Just time to get into the cool rocks. Well, I was gonna wait till later, but this is a nice flow. So I'm gonna sit here and have third copy. Why? Because I can. Those ones are interesting. There's some really thin ones. Enhance. Look at those ones. Look how thin that rock is. Crazy. So even though we got a decent flow by Arizona standards, you can definitely see it moving. Coming down pretty quick, but it still disappears right there. There is no water anywhere else. It'll reappear somewhere else. They generally do. Okay, third coffee and second breakfast was definitely a success. I appreciate you, water. Oh yeah, let's go make a couple more miles. Definitely still not in a hurry. Just gonna walk as far as I feel like walking and stop. The way it should be. Ooh, what are these lovely ladies? I like it. So yeah, the trail is pretty much jacked through here. Everything's been burned. Shrubs are growing back and all that. The trail's still jacked though. It's seen a lot of erosion. Some parts of it got kind of scary because you're on a ledge, with 2 feet of trail. And it is eroding. Slowing me down to like a mile or so an hour, but again, not in a hurry. Slows me up too much, I might have fourth coffee. Nah, I'm just kidding. Next to be lunch. Okay, the fire got pretty close here, obviously, but we still have some green. Look at that juniper. I don't know how this stuff survived, but I'm glad it did. Nice campsite. Fire ring is a little oversized. Okay, it's starting to feel like a good day. Finally thawed out completely. Still a little chill in the air. It's got to be in the mid 70s right now, and then when the wind blows in, takes it down into the 60s somewhere, which by Arizona standards is considered very, very cold. 60 degrees, and you see us bundled up. If it is any hotter, this would be a real snake threat. I'm seeing lots of lizards and stuff around, which tells me it's warm enough for snakes. Generally, one leads to the other. I'm rather surprised that Fire Hydrant and Shasta haven't caught me yet. You know, I've already taken 3 coffee breaks, much less just sitting around on my duff. Shasta's an ultralighter, but he is carrying like 10 days worth of food, so he's not ultralight anymore. But yeah, I expected them to pass me. Actually, when I was having second coffee, I thought they'd catch up to me. My third coffee totally figured it. Oh, they will catch me eventually. Everybody's faster than I am. Didn't realize these things had pollen on them. Bees are loving them. Nummy, nummy. Now, I'm highly doubting this tree was filled with rocks before it burned, but that is strange to fill it full of rocks. Full of a lot of energy. That just couldn't have been anywhere. What were they doing? Just chucking them up, or was that a really tall person? Oh, I'm so curious. Somebody has some free time. So, yeah, not much of a trail through here. I had one for a minute, but now I got something that looks like a trail going off there, one going off in that direction. They're not much for trails, but that's a trail? I don't know. Doesn't look like much one. They just kind of branch out all over the place. I think I'm on the trail. If you're gonna get bit by a rattlesnake, that's probably where it's gonna happen. You're never gonna see that bad boy coming. I'm just looking for footprints in the dirt spots. Following anything that looks kind of traily. I'm like, oh, I see footprints. More hiker shoes. So at least I'm not the only one who's come this way. Hey, that looks kind of traily. Why is it the first things that grow back always have to be so spiky? Yeah, trail's overgrown with them right now, but at least I have a trail. For now. This is probably the biggest juniper I've ever seen. Still alive. At least in some places. So there's evidence of fire, like that guy's burnt. This one burned down. Char. But tons of things survived. I don't know how one thing like that burns so well and everything around it doesn't. Nice camping up here. And lots of flat spots. Huge fire pits. Way overgrown. Those things need to be dug out and rebuilt. We are in a spot where many mighty rivers converge. Look at this one. Oh, we got one coming from over here. Another one coming from over there. Wow. Look at that river crossing. Ugh, so hard. Oh no, another one. Yep, I make this stuff look easy. Reva's Ranch, Trail 109. I'm still on the trail. Got a little hairy for a while. Lost the trail many times through those grasses. But there was only one real direction to head, so that's convenient. Yeah, I got huge hills on both sides of me. So unless they're going to do a random climb, well, there's a little log. I was like, what do I do to get across this? I don't want to get my feet wet. Little log crossing. Okay. Easy peasy, shoes still dry. So when the day began, I was actually headed to this water. That was where I was going to fill up, but now I don't have to because, you know, my third coffee spot, I filled up there. Yay, more tall grasses. So now the next watering hole for me is about 6 miles up. It's 1 in the afternoon-ish, and that'll probably be about where I end my day. I've just passed up a bunch of campers, which tells me it's probably going to be easy from here on out. We're going to see that steel barrel. What is this? Oh, look, there's a tire buried. This is like part of a trailer, I think. And the cairns are cool because they've got a big twig sticking at them. It makes them more obvious. This thing's solid. What have we here? Oh, not much. I have no idea what this would have been. Recent construction. Not, you know, recent, but recent is in the fact that that's modern concrete holding that together. What was it? A planter? I highly doubt it. Oh, it's got a tube coming out of it. I did see a metal tube over there on the ground. Maybe it was a well at one point. I don't know. There's tons of good camping over here, though. Major flat spots down there. Trees to hang around. I don't see any cow poo. Not a lot of flat spots. Oh, there's fencing going on. Some sort of man-made wooden structure over there. What was that, like a water wheel or something maybe? Or, I don't know. I don't know. Generally, when you see a bunch of big pieces of iron and steel, it means they were like mining in the area or something. I haven't seen any piles of tailings, but I am socked in by vegetation, so it could be up on the hills around me and I wouldn't know. More random metal stuff. Pretty solid. Oh, I see cactus. Means we're getting back into my element. Huh, this is the nicest part of the path all day. Relatively level. I got greenery on both sides. Oh yeah, it's a green tunnel. It's like a mini AT. Not even close. Look at all the sunshine everywhere. AT does not see sunshine. That's why you see so many gingers on it. It's a trail they can do without bursting into flames. Because you know, if they touch sunlight, they burst into flames almost instantly. Like vampires. Except vampires have souls. Still headed to Beavis Gap. I like Beavis better than Revis. You know I love layers and rocks. Got that layer, then all this cool stuff, and then another layer on top of it. And this is actually the trail on top. Yeah, it's the first Indian paintbrush I've seen. Those will change colors as we head north. They get less orange and more yellow. But I like them because I can't tell if those are leaves or petals. They're a little of both. My blood sugar just dropped. Trying to get some food in me. But all of a sudden I got weak and nauseous. Should be almost to the top, but I say that a lot. Nice layer of volcanic stone. I don't know if this stuff under it is ash or mud, but you know, time has made it into pretty much a rock. Okay, I'm still weak, so I am going to sit on those rocks right there because they were kind of made for a booty, man. All flat on top, about the perfect height. That's nature's chair right there. After we clear some twigs. Not much of a spectacular view, but I can stare at those rocks. Come on, rocks, fall for me. Just one of you. Just one. No? Okay. Well, time to eat some tuna then. Okay, so that was a disgusting lunch. I had tuna with, what were those things? Cheez-Its, there we go. Cheez-Its, yeah. Cheez-Its on tortillas, so you know, made a little wrap out of them. But the tuna smelled and tasted rotten. I know it probably wasn't, but it just smelled horrible, tasted horrible, but I ate it anyway because I've been carrying it for, you know, I don't know, that stuff probably like a week. Ugh. They only had 2 flavors in the last store I shopped at, so I got a bunch of each, and they're both gross flavors. Hickory smoked tuna, ew, and the other one is sweet and tangy or something, spicy, I don't know. Gross is what it is. I'm always just looking for normal tuna in oil. Tuna itself doesn't taste all that great, but when you start flavoring it, it just gets gross, man. Who the hell wants hickory smoked tuna? I guess somebody does, because they make it. But I do feel better. I was getting lightheaded and sweating real bad and dizzy. Yeah, time to sit down on my duff and eat a bit. Just wish I had better food. I think tomorrow I stop off and pick up my resupply box. Can't believe they charge $10 to hold that thing. That's highway robbery. I'm annoyed by that. It costs $20 to send the box out already, and then another $10 just to pick it up, then to hold it for a handful of hours. And what happens if I actually beat it there? They still gonna try to charge me? Because that's not gonna happen. Man, already I'm trying to figure out ways if they leave some sort of loophole that I can just grab my box and be like, nah, I ain't paying. I'd do that because I don't think we should have to pay. $10 is insane just to hold a box. Doesn't seem legal to hold my mail hostage like that. Oh, you want your mail? Give me $10. I'd like to see what's written on the receipt for that. So I'm willing to bet that money just goes right into somebody's pocket. Not my water source. Smells like sulfur. But the little beetles are playing on it. Little beetle races. Very, very orange. On to the next water. We just met a guy named Dragon. He's through hiking the AZT as well, with similar plans as mine, at least for today. As far as probably going to get to the next. Ow! Spikes got me. Ow. Get to the next water source, load up, and then there's campsites after that, according to the maps. So I got to beat him there. Get a good spot. Because I've already done like, I don't know, 15-ish or so today. That's plenty, man. Sure, it's only like 1:30 or 2. But, you know, it's good enough for me, man. My feet kind of hurt. Now, so far, this is not what I envisioned walking through the superstitions was going to be like. The angle you drive by them to go to the Renaissance Fair here, because it's right by the Ren Fair. I mean, they're badass. Big, crude, you know, a bunch of erosion going on. It's a very cool mountain. I didn't expect it to be all rolling hills behind it. I mean, little chunks of rock sticking out, but that is nothing in comparison to Superstition Mountain. Maybe we'll do some of that later. I don't know. I go where the trail takes me. We're on the other side of the hill. It is very downhill and slippery. All the loose rock and whatnot. That is an interesting rock. It's cold again, man. I believe down here somewhere is water. I'm assuming like right now. Well, whoops. Turns out I passed up my last water a couple miles ago. Didn't even notice it. Next water is way too far away. I'm not going to make it there tonight, so I'm hoping something pops up. Okay, pickle. We're definitely in a pickle. I have about a liter on me, and I've got 6 miles to do before the next water. It's already 5 o'clock. I planned on being camping by now. Shite. But if I camp, that means no dinner and no coffee. I don't like that. That doesn't sound fun at all. So I guess I need to push those 6 miles, huh? But my feet hurt. That's what I get for passing up. Yeah, but when you pass a water source, because the water source looks like this, and you're supposed to follow the creek up, and I just walked by a dry creek. I didn't even think about it. I've walked by many dry creeks. I'm in a dry creek now. But evidently there was water upstream, so yeah, I missed that. I should probably check up here just a little bit. I don't think there's anything flowing. This sand looks dry. I hear no water. Man. Oh, it is what it is, huh? Let's go find some water. If the train is like this, it's going to be a hard 6 miles, man. Nice and steep. Tons of big loose rocks all over the place. And really at this speed, it'd be like, I don't know, a little after midnight by the time I got there. So, the trail really needs to smooth out for me. Somebody built a low wall way out here. That's just strange. I'm just peeking into canyons every once in a while to see if there's a little water. So I will climb down in there. Quite often I can't even see. But I hear not a trickle. Nope. Up it is. It is just hard to believe that way up here used to be a river bottom. I'd say I'm almost near the top, but I'd be lying to myself. Whew. Hope the downhill's as severe as the uphill. So that way my limp body can roll down to the water. Whew. I was just on top of that like an hour ago. That's where my water was. I didn't realize it until I was at the bottom of that one. I was like, oops. When I got to the dry creek down there, I was like, oh, I passed up the other dry creek. My bad. Water, water everywhere. No, I dropped a drink. I believe that's Roosevelt. If I was going to die, I could just make a beeline for that. I could be there in an hour or two. Brr. Okay, time for a wardrobe change, man. It got way too cold up here. I see waterway up there as well. Many miles, though. Ah, sun is about to go down. That's unfortunate. You can see where the lake has really dried up. Hey, somebody left a nice blanket for me. If there was water, I would stop here, but I still have 4 miles to go till water, and the sun is almost down. Okay, executive decision. I'm just gonna sleep here without water. Next water's in 4 miles, and it's supposed to be really crappy water, but I'll drink really crappy water. And then a few miles after that, there's better water. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to have first coffee at some water, man. Lame. I'm just gonna cowboy camp right here on this rug and call it good, man. Screw it. I got up at 3, you know. It's 6 now, or past 6. That's enough hiking for today, man. So with that you're out of water, stop being a whiner. You don't need water. You drank earlier today. And 4 miles isn't really all that much. Especially in the dark. You don't drink much in the dark. Alright, I'm gonna set up camp real quick. The last little bits of sunlight. Alright, home sweet home, huh?